Hi guys, welcome to this video. In this video, we try to solve some numerical with respect to refrigeration system. That I am going to select some of the basic numerical to apply the principle of refrigeration system, both Carnot cycle and the base refrigeration system. This basic idea will give a glimpse or given an idea how we can apply the concept of or the principle of refrigeration system in various problems. This comes under the module 4 of the refrigeration cycle in applied thermodynamics. The problem which I have taken for today's discussion is this. The problem is something like this. A Carnot refrigerator required 1.3 kilowatt per ton of refrigeration to maintain a region at low temperature of minus 38 degree centigrade. They ask us to determine the COP of Carnot refrigerator, high temperature of the cycle, the heat delivered and COP when the device is used as heat pump. This is the solution which we are going to give for this. T2 is the temperature is given, the low temperature is given in the numeric, the problem itself, it is minus 38 degree centigrade, and convert to in degree Kelvin, it gives 235 degree Kelvin. And the power required per ton of refrigeration is given in the problem, that is 1.3 kilowatt. We also know that 1 ton of refrigeration TR is equal to 14,000 kilojoules per hour. So we need to understand this, remind this to convert whatever the value is given in the problem to the required output. First, they ask us to calculate the COP of Carnot refrigerator. The COP of Carnot refrigerator is represented or denoted or defined as heat absorbed to the work done, or the refrigeration effect to the work done. The heat absorbed is the 1 ton of refrigerant and work done is 1.3 kilowatt. We know that for 1 ton of refrigeration we require 14,000 kilojoules per hour of energy. So we replace 1 ton as 14,000 kilojoules per hour and 1.3 kilowatt and convert that into a kilowatt is nothing but kilojoules per second, and convert that into kilojoules per hour, so that the numerator and denominator both will be in the same unit. So when you convert, you need to convert that without forgetting that, otherwise you will get the different answer. And finally we get 2.99 as the COP for Carnot refrigerator. Next, they ask us to calculate the high temperature value of the cycle, that is T1. We know that COP of Carnot refrigeration is nothing but the ratio between the T2 to T1 minus T2. T1 minus T2 is the difference between the lower temperature and the higher temperature. So in the previous step we had calculated the COP for Carnot refrigerator as 2.99. You just replace that one, and T2 value is given in the problem, that is 235 degree Kelvin. If you substitute all these things, the only unknown is T1. We get T1 as 40.6 degree centigrade. And third option, the third point they ask us to calculate is heat delivered as the heat pump. When we consider the Carnot cycle as the heat pump or Carnot heat pump, then we need to calculate what is the COP of this. Okay, for that we are going to do the same procedure which we have done for the refrigerator in the previous steps, and the only difference is the value which we consider as the heat absorbed. So COP of heat pump is nothing but heat delivered to the system or at the higher level to the work done. Whereas in refrigerator, COP for Carnot refrigerator is heat added, that is heat sucked from the surrounding where we want to maintain the temperature as particular level to the work done. Whereas in heat pump condition, heat delivered to the system where we want to maintain the temperature at this particular level. At the higher level, they don't want to lose the temperature at that particular space, like a heater, where that is nothing but the heat pump. In that case, the COP is nothing but heat delivered to the system to the work done. And heat delivered is nothing but heat absorbed plus work done. This is a simple basic notation, mathematical notation. And heat absorbed is nothing but 14,000, 1 ton of refrigeration system. So 1 ton is almost equal to the 14,000 kilojoules per kilo hour, and convert that into per minute. So we get 14,000 divided by 60 plus work done is 1.3 kilowatt, that is kilojoules per second. Convert that into minute, we need to multiply that by 60, so that we will get the complete term of work done in terms of kilojoules per minute. So once we done all this conversion, add these two, we will get as the value of heat delivered to the system surrounding as a heat pump as 311.3 kilojoules per minute. So we can calculate the COP. We know that it's a ratio between heat delivered to the work done, and heat delivery is 311.3 kilojoules per minute, and heat work done is nothing but 1.3 kilowatt, that is equivalent to 1.3 into 60 kilojoules per minute. So if you use this, we will get 3.99 as the heat pump value. So if you use this, we get 3.99 as the COP value for heat pump. That is the thing that they are asking us to calculate in this problem. Now let us take another example and see how it works out. The second problem is something like this: a refrigeration system operates on the reverse Carnot cycle, or that is given in that. It's a refrigeration system operates on the reversed Carnot cycle, not a Carnot cycle. The higher temperature of the refrigerant in the system is 35 degrees centigrade, that is T1 is given, and the lower temperature is minus 15 degrees centigrade, T2. The capacity is to be 12 tons. The ton of refrigeration is given as 12, and neglect all the losses, since it is a ideal cycle. We are considering that. Determine the COP, heat rejected from the system per hour, and power required to drive the system or the compressor. So the given data are T1 and T2, that is 35 degree centigrade minus 15 degree centigrade. So you convert those values into degree Kelvin, we will get T1 as 308 degree Kelvin and T2 as 258 degree Kelvin. The capacity of the system is given as 12 ton. We know that COP is nothing but T2, it's a reversed Carnot cycle, and COP of reversed Carnot refrigerator, COP of Carnot refrigerator is T2 divided by T1 minus T2. T2 represents the heat added to the system, or the heat rejected from the system or surround place where we want to maintain the temperature as the particular level. So substitute all the known values here, we get 5.16 value as the COP for the reversed Carnot cycle. Now we need to calculate the heat rejected from the system per hour. We know that COP is nothing but the refrigeration effect or refrigerating effect to the work done or work input. COP we had calculated in the previous slide as 5.16, and refrigerating effect is given as for the capacity of 12 ton refrigeration. So 12 is the 12 TR, ton of refrigeration is given, and convert that into kilojoules per hour. We need to multiply that by 14,000, because 1 ton of refrigerant is equal to 14,000 kilojoules per hour, and work input we have to find out. So work input they required for unknown, so we can easily calculate in the from this equation. We can easily calculate from the representation. Work done or work input is 32,558 kilojoules per hour, and the heat rejected from the system per hour we need to calculate. Thus, in the previous slide we have calculated only work input. Now actually they ask us to calculate the heat rejection from the system, particularly per hour. So for that we know that work heat rejection is equal to refrigerating effect plus work input. This is a simple mathematical representation which we have used in the previous problem as well. And the refrigerating effect is for 12 ton, and that is equal to 12 ton, 12 multiplied by 14,000 kilojoules per hour. And work input in previous slide we have calculated as 32,558. So if you do multiplication as well as addition, we get finally 2,558 kilojoules per hour as answer. And the power required run the reverse Carnot cycle or reversed Carnot cycle refrigeration system is power required. We know that work input per hour multiplied by work input should be in terms of kilojoule second. Work input, if we get as input per second, we find out the power required for the system. Already we have calculated 32,558 the power required to run the compressor, and it is in kilojoules per second or kilojoules per hour. We need to convert that into kilojoules per second by dividing this by 3600, so that we finally we will get 9.04 kilowatt as the power required to drive the power. That's it guys for this video. We will meet in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.